on the wall.
Hey, there we go. I think that actually worked.
Here. But so like yeah, they'll give you on the lower left quad.
All right.
The leftmost button will turn on your pit limiter.
Do I have a desk? I do have a desk clean. All right. We need to fix that one.
Oh, and I have a stop and go for an unsafe pit entry.
I got one for the same thing.
So yeah, so just drive past me, but stay on the blue line, and that will. And so yeah, just don't cut across to the white line on your exit because that's what gets you the under.
There we go. That does the top pods and the bottom pods and the spectator pods. All right. All right, so now I believe that we can simultaneously pull the quad to the center, pull that in and out, go back to the desk clean. That works. That should update the vertical. That does update the vertical back to the pods. Should be an 8-second delay before that parties. No? There we go. It's moving at some speed.
Jason, you are going to want to hit hold escape on the keyboard and exit. Jason, you are going to want to you'll return to pit and just like force jump yourself to pit, because otherwise it will DQ you from the race for not respecting the black flag.
Oh, okay.
So just like reach over the keyboard on your right and just hold escape, and it'll let you hop out.
Wait, are you guys actually in the race? I'm in qualifying.
Okay. We just put new firmware in, so I want to start this. Okay. And so like so the drive through didn't create black flag because why, or so
You had a
tell you what kind of black flag it was on the top right. I couldn't gonna stop it.
Yeah, that was my bad. I think it was actually a stop and go, but it doesn't show it until you enter the pits, which is a new and exciting iRacing behavior I've never seen before.
It does. It got locked by another space. Deconflicting that is part of the season dev this season.
Woo!
What's interesting is I'm not getting any audio from Pod 1.
How about now?
Do again?
How about now?
No audio from Pod 1.
No, yeah, that's weird. Oh, I don't know. Also, my stop and go is not taking. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Now it's gone.
You can also just hold escape and it'll just like clear penalties on these.
Yeah, I'm getting game audio. And then wheel settings real quick while we're here. We'll just make sure it's set to 10. Okay. Then the Porsche is just totally different feel-wise. I think we're good? No. Serving penalty. There we go. All right. Oh, and then the actuators was the other. What's that?
Rev your engine a couple times.
Oh.
There we go. Okay, we're getting sounds.
Okay. Perfect time while I'm waiting for this thing. I think it just turned on. Actually, it just started like just started vibrating. It didn't go up and down, but no, never mind. There it is.
the course.
It's easy to do on Spa, though. Yep, no worries.
As I mentioned earlier, we were trying to do lots of things simultaneously here. Does appear to be a vertical stream of the show.
Hey, yeah, that's rad. Cool. Can you cycle through those?
We will be by the end of the night. I'm literally building it while you are racing. You guys are deving the cars, I'm deving the broadcast. All right, that's better. Let's go bounce through those again. That worked. Looking good. Bounce that again. Excellent.
Fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine.
Chris, my actuators aren't working either.
Yeah, I think you probably get the same thing going I've got.
Or unsafe.
We'll get there when we get there.
Once again. Give it a second to bake. Cancel that one because that was the now click on launch. Verify Haptic Systems
I like the Porsche, though.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah, I'm also enjoying it. I feel like there's some like behavior and high-speed braking that I don't love, but
Agree. Yeah, there's some interesting points where you're like, and I'm sideways.
That's what Slackware wants you to think of
Shit.
You're still trying to download the new version?
It's
I
three
still-
quarters
I'm,
of the way.
I'm so sorry.
It's all good.
It's Dev Night, man. I will do my absolute best to not advance the session quite yet.
If we could avoid it, that'd be great. I'd love to get one in.
What's everybody's opinion of the cup so far?
digging it. I need to really revise how I handle high-speed corners where I need the car to point, because it doesn't want to point unless you're on the brakes. And also, if you over-brake in those moments, it just immediately brings the back end around.
Like
Yeah, I was a little terrified at first. It's a really, like, I'm loving it. I'm having fun.
Like, I enjoy it, but I've not been able to complete a lap without having just a spin where I'm just like, ugh, that's not
So technically, I'm driving better than you tonight.
absolutely.
You still have a better lap time.
Different, huh?
Actuators are cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It's different without them, for sure.
It's dead.
Yeah.
It's utterly dead without him.
Who did I just
All right, so we fixed that problem.
Me.
On the dirt. All right.
Looks like that's about fixed. Good. Yep, yep,
Agree.
Yep.
Install.
yep.
I feel like even with the wheels on 15 millimeters, it's so easy to just push
As your mouse slowly tries to escape the screen.
Yeah, I actually went and checked because I was like, I must be at 10.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to swap that to 15 and give a chance. Oh.
Yeah, 1 second. Things are happening at once. Okay. There we go.
Ready, 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 ready.
Hold on. Gotta check on this. Yep. That's what I thought. Alright, we are updating the haptic code. Give that a second.
To get it to line up.
So the long and short version of this is that every piece of motion in this is a coordinated coding activity between D-Box and iRacing.
Yep. And so it's like you need like brother releases for these.
Yep, exactly. Should now launch with Windows. It's running down there. Let's get you back in your pod.
Thank you.
All right. It's what Dev Night is for.
Come on. Nope. I still haven't crashed in any walls.
It tends to spin in like one location, which I do appreciate. Like you're just gonna spin on the track.
All right, let's try that one more time. I do believe we are now getting... Hey, actuators.
Theoretically, we're out.
Much better. Just in time to advance you to qualifier. Once again, Tonight on Tonight We Race is a what we call a dev night, which is where we change all the things that we are afraid to change in the middle of a season, between the seasons. And so, in addition to debuting new cars for Season 4, we are also simultaneously experimenting with vertical broadcast, automated show running, automated panoramic, and a bunch of other weird stuff tonight, which means that if you can actually see me right now and hear my voice, everything has worked perfectly as far as I'm concerned. And if you can't, well, then you're not around to notice. So let's go back to the quad while we turn on the next thing. Jesus Christ, Duffy, you okay?
Okay, officially crashed.
All right, much better.
Man, that thing is quick through there. Somebody's got downforce.
Oh, the LMP3? Things are bruiser. By the way, I have advanced.
I'm on the low downforce setting.
Advancing the session. Ooh.
Mid-quarter.
The format tonight is 3 separate races on 3 new tracks to the show in the new cars. And we have just advanced all of the pods into the actual race. They should be gridding in right now.
Very important to not hit the gas because it will roll on you, and you will get a jump. You will get a jump start. Got it. So click into the
Is this a
grid
launch control situation?
I can't tell
just
if
be
this car
gentle
has
on
a
the
clutch or
throttle, I
not.
think, is how I'd handle that.
It doesn't look like it.
The Ligier, obviously, you have 2 clutches available.
I'm going to relish this moment of qualifying second.
And green, green, green. Oh, no. Somebody has already eaten the LMP3. Who is now going to be catching up, maybe, possibly, probably not. Disaster. Disaster. Oh, my God. All right. Checking on that.
Damage
Checking on
on?
that. Good.
I don't
Good,
think
good,
so.
good.
A beautiful start.
I have flashing green lights. That means it's good, right?
You realize now you have an angry LMP3 behind you.
okay. I trust Tom to do the right thing. Also, I have no idea why my wheel is just flashing green lights at me.
It means it's time to
I
go.
got the same.
Green is for go. All right, now that that's running, let's get all the focused pods working. For this focused pod, we need... Sorry, vertical screen viewers, we are mucking with the setup as we speak.
What a rejoin!
Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a teleport instance for pod
Now,
1.
Tom.
Oh, that's way too big.
Yeah, it's like absolutely hopeless trying to even just like stay with the
LMP.
Yeah, it's just
So
so
let's-
much faster.
So here's the potato
him.
lobster
Block him.
cam. And let's maybe add...
Don't let him live.
Does anybody know how big a 1080p screen is vertically? All right, let's not screw with that right now. Let's also add an actual physical camera. Let's go ahead and add our rear studio cam. No, it's not the rear studio cam. That's dumb. Let's go ahead and add the teleport
Man, Jason,
instance
you are so fast
from
into the corners.
the spectator cam. There we go. That's much more interesting.
Oh wow! I just heard the rev counter trigger in the 911.
We can put that there. It is a glorious noise.
Especially when you force it to 12,000 RPM on a downshift.
And
Money
let's
shift.
give it a
Yeah.
rear studio
It has
cam.
that counter for a reason. Make use of it.
That's kind of reasonably vertically oriented. Potato Lobster, you're on point right now. How you doing?
Vibing. Still trying to figure out this car on lap 1.
Well, I've got good news. No, actually, no. It's all bad news. I'm sorry.
Oh no! Oh no! All right, turn yourself around so we can race.
So that's the horizontal version of the Potato Lobster cam. And we are going to make sure that the Pod 1 focus engages that. So now when we go back and forth between the Pod Quad, like so, and the Potato Lobster cam, there we go. We get Potato Lobster focus. Perfect. What a day. And to be frank, let's just delete all these other pod focuses and make them duplicates of the first one because I don't feel like redoing this. This will be vertical pod 2 focus. Great. And vertical pod 2 focus looks just like this, except we're going to get rid of pod 1 and add teleport source pod 2. Hey, look at that.
Oh no!
That didn't sound good at all.
Did I push you off?
No, that was me. I just got a little greedy.
Ah, okay. I thought we were gonna have a good run in there.
That's
Yeah.
good for now. And we're going to link this up to the pod 2 focus. So now we should be able to go back and forth between pod 2, our brand new local development driver.
Technicolor?
Yeah, I'm all teal and pink and shit.
Oh, cool. I'm right behind you.
And pod 1, that should go back to Potato Lobster. There we go. The next thing to automate
Which is
here...
the default color. I didn't pick it, but you know, that's what I am.
The next thing to automate here
Good
would be
library.
to make the spectator cam shift their overheads. I think we can actually do that.
It's a lot of off track there, Jason.
That's looking much better. So now we duplicate this again, and we call it
Oh.
the pod 3 focus.
This thing
Thought
is
for
so...
sure I was going to collect you, Conan.
Yeah, because I sort of like stopped paying attention for a minute.
We get rid of the Pod 2 cam, and we link it to the Pod 3 focus, and we add a new teleport window for Pod 3, and we make it a reasonable size, and we put it back in. There, like they were meant to be together. So now we can go Pod 2. Pod 3, there's Duffy. Thanks for coming out for Dev Night. And
It's
Pod 1.
so hard to figure out like the brakes on the uphill part of that. Like you definitely need to brake, but I definitely don't want to brake.
Nobody wants to brake, Conan. Pod 4, focus, vertical. Just going to get rid of the Pod 3 teleport instance and enter the Pod 4 teleport. It's Dev Night, not bumper cars, boys.
Wasn't that? Put a wheel off in the car just insta-spun.
Yeah, and then I got inspired and spun out right after it.
All right, so now we should be able to get all 4 human drivers. 1, 2, whoa, whoa, whoa. Everybody okay up there?
Yep, we're driving.
Duffy building a Zen garden, and Conan out there actually driving the race car. Excellent. We still have one for the studio rear. Excellent. And we still have the top 4, which is great because that lets me lean back and not be all the way on camera. Really should have a desk clean on this guy. What do you think? Good. Much better. Much, much better. We're going to check in on Conan, who I believe is in the 911 Cup in our semi-multi-class development race.
Well, these definitely don't have dirt tires on them.
No, not quite. Why, are you spending some time in the dirt, buddy? Boy, there's an awful lot of marbles out there. Jason, we haven't had this conversation yet. Do you prefer Jason or One of Nine online?
Wow.
Jason's fine.
All right. Everyone here is kind of this weird hybrid of knows each other in real life, only knows each other online, so we try to get it right based on your preferences.
Actually, I should go by Gorilla.
We can fix that. Looking at 6 minutes remaining in the first development race, and we're going to go ahead
First
and
time clean through you, Rogue.
without having running the backup camera here, I actually don't know.
Now.
I actually don't know how many minutes are left. I should go look. Oliver, I miss you.
We got 5 more, 5.5.
5.5. Thank you. So much gravel to throw at me. In the process of, hey, vertical view confirmed. Thank you. In the process of wiring everything up so we have a separate spectation and production desk, I've removed all the useful things from the main broadcast desk. So, oh, we've really made this a 2-person operation up here now.
It does not tolerate that well.
Hey, Cars and Coffees, how you doing? We're doing
gravel.
we're doing Dev Night right now. We are trying to decide what the season is going to contain in terms of wrong button. In terms of what car and what tracks, and so this is most of these drivers' first experience both with the 911 Cup and the LMP3 Ligier P320. It sounds like they're doing okay. Might need to do a safety check here after a while. Is it supposed to say Season 4 on top? Yeah, it's supposed to say Season 4 on top. What does it say? Hold on. Jesse, I took your advice actually and decided we're going to muck around with attempting to do simultaneous vertical streaming here. It's a bit of a handful. Mad respect for what you do here.
Well, yeah.
Let's
You're
go back
also
to the
running
quad.
10 seconds faster than us, so.
If you happen to have your Wednesday nights free in the month of June, obviously we would love to have you come on out and trade banter with our racing nerds out on the track. There are no prizes, no recognition, and indeed no viewers. This is all for the love of being an idiot on the asphalt. Or the approximate thereof. All right, let's walk through the focuses again. That looks like
All right, we're coming
1
in
is
for a
working
fun braking zone, right,
correctly,
Jason?
2 is working
Good.
correctly, 3 is working correctly, 4 is working
You can't just hammer up the
correctly.
downshifter. I'm like in the F1 or the Formula cars, though.
Does
And
it
then
not
we've
have
got a
downshift
bunch
assist?
of scenes
Oh, it
on the
does. It just-
horizontal that
if
we
you
don't
do-
have
if
on the
you
vertical
downshift too
yet,
early,
which is
goodbye.
unfortunate
In the LM?
because we're still going to need to wire up an appropriate spectator view over there, but that's not terrible, all things considered. We'll see if we can do a better one of those before all is said and done here. 3 minutes remaining in the first development race of the night. Again, most of our drivers out in the 911 Cup of the 992 generation, and I think we have one shark in the LMP3, Ligier P320. We
think
could
the
go
thing
and look
about
at what
that
the
corner
results are,
case
but I
is
think
that
it's more
coming
fun
in
to
and out of
guess.
the gas that's dangerous. Like, I'm not used to that being dangerous, you know?
Yeah, I have to put a little brake bias.
Sarah, do you have both up? Are they delayed at approximately the same rate here? I might muck with the upload bit rates. Conan in tight racing with looks like Pod 2. That's Gorilla. He has just claimed he wished to be called Gorilla. Cool, thank you. The auto spectator wisely tracking what is the most exciting thing happening here right now, which I believe is... No, that was right. Gorilla chasing after Conan's overtake there. Gorilla's coming from a belt drive into the lab here tonight, so this is a minor upgrade in terms of capabilities. We'll see how he feels. Oh, you got to get him side him there, man. He loves being bumped on that rear quarter panel. Just realized he can't hear me. He loves being bumped on that rear quarter panel if you're looking for a place to touch him.
That's the spirit.
It's a good place.
It's dev night. No rules. Little planning. The audio mixing is working substantially better than I was expecting it to. Hey, Conan, did you
Yes?
turn the volume of your game way down?
I don't... Maybe? I don't
All right, we'll check on that later.
I try to not touch the settings. I just live with life as it is. Practicing my acceptance.
We're barely getting game audio from your pod, but I suspect we can fix that between sessions. I think it's a huge improvement, Jesse.
Spice City.
I think what I need, let's be upfront. What I want is a cohesive guide that is. Sir, that's not the direction the car goes. What I need is a cohesive guide that says from $300 to $2,000 or maybe $2,500. Like, what is the wheel choice at every $300 increment and why? And I think that the jump to direct drive happens at about the $300 level, but that's not universally true. Good. Excellent.
Save it? I guess I could
Yeah,
relax the wheel a bit and like...
Oh, it's a
let it-
tough one in this chassis.
So this is going to be final lap for most of our drivers here in the first development race of the night. Again, we are out here testing new vehicles for the format so we can decide what Season 4 is going to look like you are seeing the vast majority of our drivers in this first race in the 911 Cup with one Ligier P320 out there kind of keeping them honest. We're going to have a frank on-the-mic conversation about our experiences here, and then I believe the second dev session is already running in the background here, so we will get everybody sessioned out and loaded into the second session, which I believe is on Thruxton,
Gain a little time, you know.
which is a fun one from the F4 series that iRacing is run right now, and that is going to be a very different experience for them. Hopefully, we're going to see a couple more LMPs out there, and we're going to start seeing checkered flags here in a moment. Someone's got a new rattle. I need to go hunt it. But I don't know whose it is. You know what might be an interesting format change? Is if we only did big screen stuff in the horizontal screen, but put all of the telemetry in the vertical. Or maybe the other way around? I don't know. We'll have to think about that.
Crew chief's like, yeah, man, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm great.
Going to follow Jason in here to the finish. Excuse me, Gorilla. Sitting in position 2, which I believe is at the head of the Porsches with 1 minute 32 ahead in the LMP3 with offside, which makes a lot of sense. Something that we discovered in a semi-dev night earlier this week is that when you are operating in league mode, everyone's nickname carries through the telemetry, not their formal name in iRacing. So we'll definitely be doing league-only racing from the interface in Season 4. I think that's probably the right way to do this. Spa is such a massive track. I love it so much. And that's Duffy bringing it in for his finish. Duffy, you can go ahead and session out at Park It at the desktop. Or, if you want, you can join Session 2, pick the opposite car, and then just hang out in the pits while we do our quick decompress here.
You gonna make a move, Kyle?
I don't know if the windshield wiper is going to solve your problems. Potato Lobster and Conan coming in to the finish line.
I almost spun it on the entry there.
That's what I was banking on.
All right, bring it in, y'all. Let's have real talk.
I don't believe in real talk.
Neither do I, but
We're
that's
a
what the government pays
post-truth
us for. Let's just go around the room. I've got the buttons. Potato Lobster, what'd you think?
I think my wheel's trying to not let me get out of the car.
Hold escape. They've all been remapped. There was a firmware update. Hold escape on the keyboard.
Oh, no wonder it doesn't work.
There you go.
That totally works.
We'll fix it between.
Love this car. Definitely punishes at the top, like right at the limit. The TCRs were more forgiving. At the limit on this one, like everything 80% up is chiller, and then at the limit, it punishes you a lot worse.
Have you been bit by the differential lockup on the front wheels under heavy braking?
Yes, 100%. That is the number one thing. Where you're like, oh, if I can't go, you can't press as aggressively all the way through the floor as you can in the TCRs. Where it's like even when you ramp up, you can still lock them up.
Gorilla, was that your first time in the 911 Cup?
First time in a long time, yeah. I think I raced one several years ago. Actually, no, that's the first time ever in iRacing. So,
What's your opinion here?
It's really it's way less dart backwards than I would have thought. So I was really happy with it.
Duffy, you're coming straight off the TCRs from Season 3. What do you think?
It's I think like potato lobster, it like punishes you right at that upper limit, and so I was obviously driving slow, getting to feel it, and then like kept getting more and more comfortable, and then all of a sudden was just sliding out or doing whatever. But I feel like with a little bit of seat time, I would really love this car.
Speaking of seat time, Conan, you've got the longest seat time with the project and also outside. What's your opinion here?
I think it would be really rewarding to drive fast. Like I intentionally slowed down to like play with other drivers around, and I think it's like really fun and also like it's punishing if you get it wrong. And that I'm curious to see how I feel about the Liger because I think it'll be a lot more forgiving and undecided as of yet.
All right, we'll go ahead and quit out of those and go ahead and we'll just do this. Go ahead and session into Dev Session 2, and please select the opposite car that you picked this time around, which means we're probably going to have a bunch of Ligier P320s and one very sad 911 Cup 2 from Offside. Let me Offside, did you wanna give us an opinion here? How'd you feel about the Ligier? You so
Than the other cars, I feel like that nerf they made or whatever.
So the comment I made on the Ligier before we put everybody in here is that it's throwable and tossable like a GT. It's got the high-speed cornering capability of a LMP. It has the engine note of a truck, and the shifting sounds like taking a baseball bat to a metal garage door. Would you say that that's about accurate?
That's pretty cool.
Good. All right, let's go drive it. All right.
Brakes are. I feel like trailing in the brakes is less forgiving than in the Porsche.
I know
more
that.
forgiving. I mean,
Yeah.
No, less forgiving. Yes.
I see that Conan is already out in Ligier.
Oh, this thing is amazing. I love this. This is the dumbest vehicle I've driven in a long time.
That's good. I'm glad you agree.
Oh, there it goes. Backwards. I did it.
This is different.
It's like Potato Lobster's out on his first stint here. This is technically qualifying, just FYI.
Oh, I'm qualifying. Qualifying for the gravel trap.
That does sound like a truck.
It's a big, angry Nissan
Roll a
V8.
toll on you guys.
Rolling something.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Here we go.
I feel the 15 Newton meters on this one.
Yeah, that is strikingly different.
I think I've got the pit limiter on, and I don't know where the button is.
You do not have the pit limiter on. You were doing 120. Wait, hold on.
Then the rev counter just goes to a really weird spot.
Oh, interesting.
It goes to like halfway. I don't know if that's on purpose.
It starts halfway. It's kind of one of those rev counters that only really engages when you're 3/4 of the way up.
Interesting.
That's just kind of an LMP thing.
Why are you not in the power band? What is wrong with you, sir?
Howard?
300 engineers work to deliver that power band to you. What are you doing?
No. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez.
That is not.
Tires angry.
So here's the thing: you survived that entrance.
I have no idea how I just made it through that.
You made it through the chicane.
Whatever that was.
What just happened? Oh, I gotta go fix
was
the.
the
I
will
gotta
of
go
God
fix
that
the
got me through
spectator
that.
cam. Hang on.
Just leave it planted.
Oh, so much downforce.
Jeez.
There we go. All better.
I like it. Sounds like you're throwing gravel in the intake if you bang it off the rev limiter for a while.
Offside, did you wind up going back out in the Ligier again?
Oh, of course.
Oh, this thing has traction control and throttle shape.
I thought I felt traction control, heard traction control in a couple cases where
Look at the effort.
felt all grindy on the tires.
Okay, I really need to pay attention when I'm coming into turn there.
All right, we're back
got one,
to
Jason?
we're back to automated spectator cam. Oh, it even puts the iRacing logo where it's supposed to be. That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Oh, hi.
Connor, are you qualified? Ooh. Sir, are you okay?
It was good until it wasn't.
I don't think they like you putting it into the wall, man. I feel like if representatives of Ligier were here, they would probably have opinions about what you've just done. Speaking of which, I gotta go check my email. To the quad. Let's get me out of here.
God, if you missed one of these turns, you were just effed. As far as time.
Whoa! Yeah, it's really easy to spin this thing out.
Potato Lobster, you've had about 8 minutes in the Ligier now. What do you think?
Love this car. Holy downforce, Batman.
Did you know that the Utah crew doesn't want you to drive this car?
I did not.
Slightly safer route through the chicane this time around. Sir, this is a family show. No, give the audience the meatball. All right. Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Where's the swimming pool? Oh, session is over. All right. Did I qualify?
Did you qualify?
I don't know.
The beauty of
I
qualifying
actually
is
got one
even if
clean
you don't
lap.
get a
Holy
clean lap,
shit.
you still get to race.
Wonder where I ended up.
That'll bring us to the business end of the second dev race tonight. I believe that rather than bouncing back and forth across cars, everybody has centered on the Ligier. So this should be a single class race on Thruxton for 15 minutes, and then we'll get everybody's opinion on the next car.
How am I doing? I'm doing all right. This track is kind of crazy.
I also like the way I default to putting on the pit limiter when I grid. That would be helpful. Upshift, why am I not going faster? Waiting on 2 people to grid.
Both of... Oh.
Hold on 1 second there.
Oh, you're fine.
I'm used to public racing. I got 2
Spectating. It
minutes.
should only be waiting on one person to grid.
You're like, you nerd.
There we are.
I still don't know if I have a clutch or not.
Yeah, it has a clutch.
Okay. When I look down there in the VR, I don't
You can
see
do
one.
left-right launch on it if you want with both clutches.
Oh god, I'm not even trying that right now.
Wait, am I supposed to be using a clutch?
Only for launch.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Just for launch.
We have another person?
Do we?
I mean, it says it's waiting on one more car to grid.
Not according to me.
It gives like a nice little butt massage when you're kind of halfway into the revs.
Oh yeah, it does. Give it about 9%, and that's just maximal vibration through the whole assembly.
Yeah, you try to find that resonant frequency.
You trying to make the handbrake rattle?
Oh, good. My VR did its cutout. Right in time.
Right,
Ah, here we go.
Yeah.
Is that what the problem was?
Yeah, I was waiting for Tom's VR to fail.
And they're
Happens
off.
on every track.
This is more of a thing you say with horses.
Oh, I didn't really need to let up there.
Already a little drama. Checking in at Pod 2 Gorilla. Whoa, traffic.
Hot dog.
But he gets through it and continues on to the sweepers.
I've got the downforce of a Formula car, but I can't downshift. Keep forgetting that.
Feeling the full force of those wheels.
Did I hate you? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a nice little love tap.
Conan out in front, followed by Potato Lobster in second. Barely holding on to the wheel. Duffy behind in third. Look at that. Conan making it to the chicane. Loud noises coming from Potato Lobster's pod. He's fine. Looks like he made it to the shade. Conan out in front with 2.8 second lead.
Slow down. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, man. I don't really know the track, so I got spooked a little.
Oh no!
just
Oh no!
sorry.
The theory here of the three-way chicane is line it up for the third. Would you call that a double chicane?
Conan, was that an off?
Yeah, it was an off. I caught a wheel in the outside dirt, and that was the end of it. I really got to turn these things in later than I expect. Like, so used to being gentle in the Porsche, like switching to this is
Yeah, just leave it and just pray.
Yeah, you can just meat fist this thing. I love it.
I think Duffy has a firm opinion.
the classic meat fist approach.
Oh no! Oh, and we're around.
It's really fucking easy to get the rear out.
Safe re-entry, buddy. Safe re-entry. Your friends are out there
No,
racing.
Unsafe re-entry.
Your friends are out there trying to stay alive. By trying to stay
Nicely
alive,
recovered, Tom.
Thank you.
Duffy making a very aggressive pass under the "we are not tracking incident count and not doing damage" Dev Knight restrictions.
I still don't. There's no fucking way that's all
Probably
out.
hugging the inside of that a little too
I don't
much.
think you can run that flat out. Like, I don't think that's viable flat out. I'm definitely lifting.
Go, Duffy! Ooh!
Oh, that was close.
We're good.
I was taking a little field
Tried to
trip
do there,
there.
but it was too late.
Potato Lobster managing to squeak by Duffy without giving up the farm.
Okay,
But-
really,
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sir,
Sorry, mate. Sorry. That was not
let's
enough
go
brake.
let's go watch the people that aren't trying to kill each other. Here we have Offside and Conan locked into a fight for first. This is, of course, Conan's first time in the Ligier. Offside having driven it in the prior development race.
How am I spinning? Famous words, I guess.
Oh, that's not where the track goes. I thought I was at a different part of the racetrack.
That's the worst.
Duffy and Potato Lobster, I feel like your newfound super capabilities have removed all the caution you have learned in the Porsche. Perhaps the car is indeed too fast. Oh no, Tom locking it up at the front end of the chicane. But Conan taking an extreme non-optimal line through the third turn there. Still gets away with about 100 meters worth of car and a barely worthwhile black flag.
Oh my god. Did it again.
Well, come and catch up so we can play.
I'm getting you. You don't have to wait for me.
Here's
Enjoy
an
the
interesting
chase.
question. Is source visibility universal?
Yeah, I just wanna, like, I'm really curious how
Source
this thing feels
visibility
in, like,
is not
close-
universal. That's
close-
good to know.
Close passing pace, you know?
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Like, it's Dev Night. Like, I'm just like, here, like, let's fucking bang doors and see what happens. Because if we commit to one way or another, then, you know.
That's fair.
So,
Tom coming up heavy on Conan's left-hand side outside of this steep right. The beginning of the chicane complex. Offside trying to weave his way in there. And gaining the pace and therefore the position. And now Conan gets to hunt.
I keep doing that 11-12 combo really dirty, but it feels good.
Conan trading suspension wear for position.
oh my god, Tom, so far.
Tom going
Just
off,
set me off.
and that's going to cost him a couple miles an hour, which is all Conan needed to bring it back out. However, he has somehow materialized additional drive
Jesus.
and is passed. Wisely tries to not fight on the inside of that. Conan almost losing it through the three-way chicane. And Tom getting the drive he needs to come out of
Okay,
here.
yeah, this is incredible.
Conan, it took me
Yeah.
one lap to decide
These
this
cars are
was the
amazing.
car.
Oh, what happened there?
Oh no, I'll wait for you.
I think I like caught the ABS in a weird way. That was very strange.
It's going to be the end of the Conan drama for a while. Let's look around. Gorilla.
I don't know if I caught something with my back wheel that caused it to go or what happened there exactly, but
It's not the direction we normally ask people to face on the track.
make that happen. All right.
Looking at the
Alright,
timing.
All right, a three-way battle. Let's go. This is what I'm here for.
Oh lordy, and then I just fucked it up right away. There you go.
Oh no!
Jason, what happened?
That was me. I got
Totally sideways.
Minor issues.
Oh Jesus!
There's an incident ahead.
Watching money evaporate by the tens of thousands of dollars a second.
Oh, okay. I'm over braking into there, and I'm over braking into there, and the back end is coming around as the tires wear in.
I noticed there too.
Re-engaging
Down
drama
just
cam.
A little too early.
Oh, I wonder
That's
if
where I
that's
keep
it.
getting hit.
About 5.5 minutes left in the second development race. We are following Conan around chasing Potato Lobster, both in the Ligier P320, one of our development cars for the season.
I don't believe this brake zone up here either.
We are also experimenting with vertical form factor this season. So depending on where you are watching this from, you might be seeing something very, very different, as we have not done a pass through and reconciled all of the views that we have on the horizontal side. Conan a little bit more cautious through the chicane complex there, 10, 11, 12. And once again, coming up on Potato Lobster and Duffy.
Yeah. I'm just doing a little off, off piste.
That's a skiing reference for those of you.
All lines are valid. Not all lines are good, but all lines are valid.
I'll take the points. Oh wait, I'm at 21. Never mind.
We are not tracking points this time around. It's a dev night. Potato Lobster getting the drive he needs to go straight by Duffy and get to the outside of that
Oh,
section
yeah,
there.
now I
That
gotta
was
try and do
aggressive.
that.
That could have bit him. But it paid off.
These cars are cool.
And that puts him in striking distance of offside. Known in the iRacing parlance as Tom. Duffy attempting a disastrous overtake in the chicane complex. And now both of your nights are ruined.
Only
I mean, yeah. Until you get back out in these masterpieces of driving.
Oh yeah, Tom, you are completely correct. It was banging that extra downshift. I just saved it that time instead. So I was like already trailing off the brakes as the last downshift clicked, and yep.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, this car is sensitive on that.
I think I've also been bit by that.
3 minutes remaining on this development race on Thruxton. It occurs to me we should add the Discord audio to the clean. I don't know why we haven't done that. We've got it. There. Now it's been stitched
Thought I
in.
was gonna get my fast lap. Spun out.
Yeah, that was real spicy coming into there for some reason.
Are you lifting there?
I had lifted, yes. So I wouldn't lift normally, but I wanted to again get back into the
Gotcha.
what's this like in tight racing feel.
Conan giving up a little position here because he wants to test how they handle up close.
Oh man.
What I haven't seen a whole lot out of them on this race is drafting, actually. But it appears that they have a pretty strong aerodynamic footprint. It's a Liger.
It's a Liger. I know it's Ligier,
Ligier.
but you know, it's a Liger.
Americans, what can you say? Conan kind of horking it on the second turn there, but does not cost him. As we know, unless you are completely egregious, the iRacing black flag point at you penalties aren't all that bad. Getting all up ins on offside there.
30 incident points.
It's not a race, Duffy. Not, I mean, not, not that kind of race.
You don't get bonus points.
Why am I backwards?
1 minute remaining. No more excuses of I gave up this position to see what racing is like. Now he has to get it done. The massive lateral forces visible both in the wheel and the seats bucking like ponies. Oh no! Did they both eat it?
Yes, we did.
They both eat it! But Tom's going to get back out on the track in the correct direction first.
Did you go on too?
Yeah, we both just synchronized swimming our way through that corner. It was delightful.
You know, I normally don't pull highlights from Dev Nights, but... the final lap. This is the one that counts.
Oh
no!
So you can't do what I was trying to do there, which is just like really muscle the car, like completely offline, super aggressive, just trying to like take advantage of the fact that I outdrove you in the corner before and taking the like super non-optimal line, but trying to get in position for the block pass, and the car just did not tolerate that. Like you can kind of throw them around under high downforce conditions so much that I thought it might be possible to just do, you know, really, really dirty passes, but I don't think it'll quite cut it. I do adore this thing though. It is great. Yeah.
Everybody under white flag conditions, and we should start getting some checkers any minute here. This is going to be Conan's last pass through the pit. Going to follow Potato Lobster in.
Yeah, that was really fun. I really like these cars. I think they, I don't know. I'll be curious to, I'm going to probably run it again in the next race and see how it feels.
And that's going to be checkered flags, checkered flags, checkered flags.
3 valid laps in that whole race. Like, oh, you did a 110. Everything else, whatever, man. Doesn't count. Can't count. Won't count.
Gorilla bringing it in. Oh, no, spinning it right before the line. You can finish in reverse. They don't penalize you for that. It's fine.
They may penalize you for that.
The rear view cam almost sufficient for getting it done. All right, go ahead and pop back out here. Let's have a conversation. Oh, wrong button.
It was very fun.
What a car.
Let's go around the circle here. Potato Lobster, what did you think of your first Ligier P320 experience?
Man, it feels faster.
Everything about
that car feels faster than the Porsche. Holy downforce. Good car, solid. Really enjoyed it.
Gorilla, what do you think?
Man, it's a ton of fun, and trusting the downforce, yeah, it's great.
Duffy?
I'm sweaty and have a smile on my face. So.
Conan?
Don't wrestle the car. You know, it'll win from experience, and it likes it. Yeah, no, I think that thing is amazing. Like, I'm curious to get back in and try and get the cut and thrust again with Tom or anybody else on the next race. But like, yeah, I think that's great.
And Tom, this is your second run. This evening in the 320. Has your opinion changed at all?
No, I still love it.
And Utah crew, were you actually able to join us there, or were you just watching for that? Slackware? He's dead. Well, I liked him.
Scrambled.
Go ahead and session out, and let's get everybody into the third race. And if you have driven both at this point, you've got two options. You can either swap back whatever you drove in the first race and get some contrast, or you can double down on what you just did. I believe we are taking where are we going for the next race? It's a very good question. What? New Hampshire. Ah, yes. I wanted to do something completely inappropriate.
Kona, you doing LM again?
Yeah, I'm doing LM.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
Yep.
Gorilla, you need the house lights, or you good? No, I got it. All right. I will go update the spectator camera as well.
Mike, are you there? Mike, can you hear me? Quack, quack, indeed.
Oh, this is going to be weird in this car, but all right.
Yeah. Here in 4 and 5, it's gonna be something.
We should turn damage on for that that knob.
Oops, too late.
How much do you want your suspension to survive this? Like the downforce is just bonus suspension damage.
The actuator's actually giving us back pain.
Okay. Ooh, it's kind of misty or foggy, or what is this?
Oh, good. We're doing a night race too.
Oh yeah, I've done this course before.
Oh, it's gonna be insane. In these
You may
cars.
recall this was
Oh my god, I know exactly.
this is your last feature race from last season.
Lunacy. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, tires are cold. I think they warm up faster if you set them sideways, though.
All right, there we go. So this is the New Hampshire road course, which, like many of both the best and worst courses in the world, is a roval. It is a oval track that has been sliced and diced and given some more fun things to do.
Engine cover.
No,
Is
it's fine,
everybody
it's fine.
is everybody
Also,
sessioned
I
into the
went
quali?
straight to the
We're
clutch
almost there.
Because my foot was on the brake, you know.
I see that rather than doing the intelligent thing and swap back to the cup car, everybody's out here in the Ligier.
Pick up that engine cover when you get a second.
It's okay, it picks itself up.
You got better cooling now.
I am wishing I picked the cup car.
Only until your tires warm up.
May it be soon. May it be soon.
Really fun to just hang the rear out of that corner, though.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Oh no!
I just saw the grandstands.
I saw an impressive verticality to whatever part came off your car. Oh, I've also found the grandstands.
There you go. I somehow suspect we are not going to see a clean qualifying lap.
Mike has checked.
Mike's not here.
Did you mic check and then immediately break your mic again? That would be very funny.
No, I am now trying to get back to my seat where this headset.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Boop.
You know what, buddy? I'm proud of you. You actually used your brake that time.
Well, I was trying to realign my friend.
Whoa! Why am I backwards?
And then just immediately again, just after I helped you. It's kind of cool to see the cars coming over the rise on the other side of the track.
My favorite part about this track is the uphill right-hander.
Which pod is the Jason?
Jason is in pod 2.
Hello, amigo.
I would imagine he's very focused on driving right now.
He looks focused.
Either that or he's finally done the smart thing, figured out how to log out of Discord.
Is it driving or is it not crashing?
I was gonna say, to me, it looks like he's driving like Space Punies. Like, what is it about Pod 2? People in Pod 2 just drive their car and don't crash. Like, he turned in a real lap, y'all.
I don't believe in real laps.
I mean, I guess technically Potato Lobster has also turned in a real lap.
Oh, blasted! Not again!
Suffering from the commentator's curse.
Every time.
Might as well just get a squirt gun and start spritzing them in the middle of laps.
It would help.
They say you cut the course.
They're right.
Duffy out there still looking for a clean one, ignoring the braking zone to the entry of that turn. Somehow doesn't pay for it. Conan on the quest for a clean lap, about to head downhill and left.
Okay, that whole like infield area there is just so bumpy.
Yeah.
The reason we are having you test here is because there is no guarantee you're all going to be driving super smooth Euro F1 courses this season.
Yeah. It's teaching me new things I didn't know about myself.
I can drive this with way less aggression than the touring car. Why is that bad?
Big on the brake before the left-hander.
Yet to put in a clean lap.
And ignoring the trapezoid of death. Very nice. Many touring cars died on that turn last season. Potato Lobster about to turn in a lap. 4 seconds cleaner than his last one.
Here to help.
See, I guess oh god.
Look at that, a 105.
So sorry.
If the Porsche also spins there, I feel like that's just a given that, you know.
It's always fun to come around a bend and see some headlights.
Headlight, taillight, headlight, taillight.
Does anyone have eyes on the Porsche?
Going across the start finish right now.
So we definitely need to do, we should do a full spectator.
Oh,
We should do a full
I forgot about the
spectator
pyramid
spread
of death.
there. All right, we'll do that. This is your last chance for clean qualies. The session is about to advance.
Ah, damn.
Oh, Black Betty, bam, bam.
You're still overdriving the car, amigo.
Who, me?
No, Duffy.
Yeah, that was absurd.
All right, let's punch it.
Can I make it across the start finish before?
Yes, he can with a 103. Look at that.
103, nice. Hot dog.
Nice.
These cars are fast.
Why is it raining?
Why is it raining?
Oh my God.
I recommend everybody go into the garage and swap tire type to wet, just as a...
Wait,
I don't know if you're in my comms. I can't hear what you said. The buttons aren't mapped.
Hang on.
That's the problem.
And I'm totally screwed because I did not change tires.
You can still exit and go back to your garage and change tires. I have not gridded it, it won't start yet.
It's a hit garage, piston, and then on the tire drop down at the middle of the top, it says dry. Middle of the top.
Yay!
Just hold escape, got it, red.
Up more. Up. Right. Down a little.
Okay. Yeah, one player.
All right, everybody fixed?
Oh my god, I'm so excited for this.
Well, this is going to be interesting.
We updated the firmware on all of the wheelbases before Dev Night tonight, and
they said
it killed
that I
half
should
of the
be
button
back at the
mappings. We're going to have to go
podium,
back
so
and
you
redo
have to
that.
Outstanding.
Wiggle jiggle seat setup. There is a little bit of the bouncy house going on here. I'm glad you enjoy it, because we certainly do. We actually have them tuned down to about 65% force, because when you have them tuned to 100% force, they literally leak money out of the bottom of them.
Okay, who is the... We have the mysterious fifth ungraded.
So that's either Slackware or offside.
My steering wheel wants to like be upside down.
That probably means your wheels are not. Oh, bring it back around. There, that's true north right there.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's because you gridded in with the wheel turned. You'll know shortly. Green, green, green. Off they go. Drama cam's going to be right about here. We were not expecting the weather to turn to wet for this race, but we were trying to find the absolute worst case scenario for the LMP3s. And that would be this. New Hampshire in the spring.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh my God! What was that?
We all hit that bump and yarded.
Conan, are you okay?
Who
Yeah,
else
I
is in
think
the
I'm the only
pits?
person who... I made it over the track, and it's apparently I am now.
iRacing's rigid body physics working out in your favor.
There was some stick there that happened there.
Yeah, I made it onto... I'm going down the front street now. I don't know where the rest of you are.
Oh my gosh.
Airplane race.
Wow.
Oh, I got that corner.
Well, it's only going to be 15 minutes of
I see
this.
you going by us like a minute and a half towing.
I mean, I have to hold for 1 minute and 6 seconds, which I believe is a full lap.
Seriously?
The amount I have on the track. It was an involuntary track cut. Oh man, it's so funny to just hear the brakes just not work.
They say you're overdriving in the car.
This will not turn.
This is interesting.
You know, something that doesn't
got
come
wheel damage.
through the broadcast here
Cody's
is
the
how
only one I've seen
absolutely
cross.
horrible that right-hand
There- there's
A-pillar
someone-
is for the drivers.
Still got 45
Jesus
seconds
Christ,
left.
Coda.
All right, now I need to find the pits and do a 1 minute and 6 second hold, which I think will just move me back to the middle of the pack because I literally
Oh
skipped
my God.
half of the crew. Sorry.
You putting him over the wall? Oh my
was,
God.
That was real great. Thanks for whatever that was.
I'm upside down.
I'm upside down. It said I have wheel damage.
You may need to hold escape and yeah.
I was having such
a clean race.
Also, can if your ingress egress button is no longer
Leader's
working, can
pitting
you
now.
please say your pod name right now?
Oh my.
So
Pod one.
pod 1 needs a button map redo,
Why are you servicing me? No.
and I know pod 2 does.
I've never seen somebody so vehemently against being serviced.
At least they have rain lights. My God, everyone's in the pits at this point.
So how long was your service, Tom? I couldn't figure out how to cancel my service.
26 seconds about.
Okay. So 26 seconds of service, then I have a minute and 6 seconds of hold.
You have to
Oh, boy.
admit that being able to fix a car that did a full rollover in 26 seconds is pretty impressive.
In fairness, the car arrived perfectly.
It's like-
Completely
it was
intact.
pristine.
It was fine when I found it.
This is brutal.
That turn is
Entire
impossible.
corner is a puddle.
Man, you turn off incident count and everybody goes nuts.
And turn on rain.
Oh, I didn't do that.
The brakes don't work anymore. I'm like, oh, I'll brake early, and the car just stops, just goes straight.
I don't know. I see one guy out there
Driving
turning
to
in
the
laps.
grocery store.
Do you think my pit crew will move faster if I hold the motor on the rev limiter? Well, there's-
Has anyone seen a 911 Cup go by?
Yep. Me and Mike are hanging out.
Yeah, RHK. D-Box is the motion rig. These in specific are D-Box Generation 5. Let me go find myself. Where did I go?
I like how
There
much
we are.
spray
Yeah, these
Tom's
are
throwing
D-Box
out there.
Generation 5, so they've got about an inch and a half of travel on every
Oh,
leg.
I just got the course again.
Their maximum cycle rate is about 100 hertz, and then they can
look at where I
produce
am.
Like a
quite a
whole
few
minute
G-forces,
again?
but over very small
We're
distances.
just gonna drive really slow and pretend.
They don't have the like ridiculous,
I don't know, man.
the ridiculous motion of like the Gen
it seems
3
fine.
3
It
inchers.
seems like it's
But
fine.
this is safer. Also, we're space limited.
Oh my god, I wonder if it's because it's my outlap. It's like, it just doesn't count it. Oh yeah, no. Nope. When I when I cross the start finish, it's like, you definitely cut the course there, buddy.
There are two times when the motion kind of works against you. The first is in actual rallycross where you're spending a whole bunch of time sideways, but you're not getting precise slip angle because there is no yaw, and so it kind of replaces that sensation with shimmy. And shimmy is loud and annoying. It gets the sensation across, but it's kind of loud and annoying. And the second is on impact. Crashing in these things hurts,
Oh no, not like this.
and we're dialed down.
Not like this.
Mainly so I don't have to replace these once a year. No, it totally could. We have our production engineer, Shote, who is out running a thing at PAX East this evening. He is probably my best canary for motion sickness things, and this does not give him motion sickness. So I think, though they're certainly capable of it, especially if you like kind of like like artificially put a program of rocking on it,
Not
yeah,
downpouring
absolutely. But
anymore.
so far, no one has ever complained about nausea on the show, which is good.
We had
Don't
one.
expect
Did
the
we?
water to go away.
So Conan points out that we did have one, but that was actually a monitor-induced, a visually induced nausea episode, not a motion-induced nausea episode. Oh, I adore it with VR. The thing you got to do in VR to avoid nausea, and I know this is possible in iRacing, it's probably possible in other software, but you need to make sure that you have dialed off all artificial screen shake and other things, and make sure the headset is only producing the actual forces of the car visually, and that reins in the nausea there quite a bit. A lot of nausea is caused by what your body is experiencing isn't matching the visual sensations of what you're seeing, and sometimes it takes tuning to make sure that that's true. Conan, what penalty are you serving?
I have.
Is this still the
twice.
flip?
No, I have managed to twice jump the track in a way that makes it physically impossible for me to complete a lap without serving a 1.5 minute penalty.
You could stop doing that.
It turns out if you're
there it
gravel.
if you're good enough at braking, you can just
Lead is yours, Mike.
you can delete half the course.
I'm sad.
They need like Mario Kart style jumps in here.
That's exactly what I keep hitting. I keep hitting the bypass, and it keeps fucking giving me penalties for it. I thought this was America.
We've got about 6.5 minutes remaining in the third development race of the night. We don't have a fourth development race scheduled because we are going to sit down with the drivers and decide how they want to spend that last time slot. I think that the big decision,
Likewise, slow dance.
the big decision we're going to have
Yeah,
to make
aren't we doing
here
that already?
is,
I think so.
do we want the raw craziness of the LMP3 and then we tailor the track list for next season to match it? Or do we take a more expansive, more inclusive track list with a variety of different stuff, but then they have to decide, do they want something as dangerous as the Ligier in all of those circumstances? And I think that the rain race that we're doing here is kind of hammering that point home.
Little nudge, little nudgy. Go catch Mike.
No one can catch Mike. He's in the Porsche. It is unstoppable. Only Mike.
That is not true.
No, like literally, I can't stop this goddamn thing.
Unstoppable, derogatory.
Unless I'm mistaken here, that's Slackware in the 911 Cup up ahead of our LMP3s.
There's some debate as to which lap everybody is on.
That's fair.
Well, I've done all of mine.
I've done all of mine too, and then some extra bits too.
I don't feel like the rain is getting any better.
Interpretive laps. That's right.
Trying to go inside the Porsche.
Ah, damn.
Almost eats the Porsche.
Gotta break early, just warning.
Thanks. Hey, free join.
Did you guys go 3 wide into the uphill? What are you doing?
Dead. Driving.
Look, it says blue flag, but I don't think Ted's playing tonight.
Uh-oh. That's bad. It's a bad sound.
As you said, only you can stop yourself.
Well, I think the bump had something to do with me stopping myself.
I didn't notice anything. I just need to go run into potato lobs. I mean, put a graceful and considerate pass on potato lobster.
Gorilla now sliding in behind the Porsche here.
Cannot see anything.
The spray.
Breaking on vibes. I think this downforce would push some of the water out of the sky.
Is that how that works?
Oh, yeah. I've fired my crew chief.
Aggressive entry into the right-hander. Conan hot on the heels of Potato Lobster, but as per the red text, not in contention for his position. On account of spending most of his time in space.
Yeah, I like the way this is all just very like, oh, okay, I'm having an accident. Still having the accident. The accident persists, and yet I remain.
Still accidenting.
As Ben says, continue to drive all the way to the scene of the accident. Don't give up. Actively participate in the crash.
2 minutes remaining. We're about to see some white flags come out.
Oh, don't break there. You can go faster. Until you can't, of course.
I don't want to say the name of the
I feel like
person that I'm
puddle
looking
is
at,
bigger.
because it's going to jinx them. But they might win it all.
Somebody needs to go rake out the storm drain.
Yeah, they need to do a better job of modeling the proper drainage on this track. The drainage this track wishes it has.
Are we doing, like, geographic engineering on the track now?
Be the drain you want to be to see in the world.
Yeah. You need that YouTube dude who unclogs drains out here.
Oh, my goodness.
They haven't modeled that guy yet. He comes out next season. I like the way it's like just always braking. It's like, no, you're definitely braking here. Don't worry about it.
White flag for Conan. White flag for Potato Lobster.
The way I pass you, and it's like, you have to let that guy by. What is this line choice?
A white flag for Gorilla.
Creative?
Yeah, we were both very. I was very creative with that. I was like, oh wait, no. Like, I can't just stay. I have to brake here.
For those of you just tuning in, we will probably do one more development night before announcing the beginning of Season 4. So I would expect probably, let's be generous here. Let's call it 3 weeks before we launch the next season. The preponderance of feedback is let's do another 6-weeker, so it's probably going to be another 12 race with 6 cold open season.
No, not like this.
And if you are time zone compatible and interested in that sort of silliness, we have a seat for you. Duffy making his last uphill right-hander of the night.
Well, that was fascinating.
It was an experience.
And that's going to be
Like, you did really well. You cut that corner and got a slow down.
Gorilla's race, which I believe brought him into second. Duffy with his checkered flag. Sucks to cross the finish line with a black flag, but sometimes that's how they do you. Well, RHA, if you would like to join via our remotes, we do have a full roster of remote drivers as well. The remote drivers, unfortunately, cannot participate in all the same local challenges, which we're working on this season, mind you, but if you're just looking for good,
Oh
clean
my gosh,
racing
that was
fun
brutal.
with
That
a
was- yeah.
minimum of alcohol
I feel like
usage,
it wasn't any
then,
better for Mike either.
that's the thing that we do here.
I'm happy.
Let's get everybody into the chat
I
here,
mean,
and
other
let's
than
talk
getting
about what we just
yeeted out
did.
of turn 4, it was a pretty fun race for me.
All right, so I wasn't expecting the weather change. I'm glad that these cars are wet capable. Let's just start back at pod 1. Potato Lobster, has your opinion of this car changed in the ridiculously tight circumstances of New Hampshire and in the wet?
Yeah, that was a mess.
That was a mess, and now I'm scared about choosing this car for season 4.
A little. Yeah. Honestly, I love this car. It's wicked fun to drive. The sense of speed is a lot more than the Porsche. My vote is the Porsche.
All right, that's a vote for the. This is not a democracy. No one gets a vote, but since we're voting, it's a vote for the Porsche. Gorilla, what do you think?
This car is just it's a workout, and yeah, it was a handful, and it's a real it was just a lesson in how to be careful. So Porsche all the way.
My goodness, that's 2 votes that don't count. Duffy.
Yeah, it was interesting. I would have loved to have seen what it was like in the Porsche, but I don't know. I think that's very track dependent for this car, right?
That's kind of like that's the crux here. Are we building the track around the car? Or are we building the track or the car around the track? Conan, what's your final verdict here?
I don't believe in voting in systems that have no effect on reality. But
And yet here you are.
and yet here I am. Well, I'm just here for the fun. I'm just here for the experience. No, I really like the Liger. I think that Ligers are the finest animals, and I would be very happy racing one. But again, like this is just all. I really enjoy how it feels driving it, and it would be exhausting and terrible and super rewarding when you put in a hot lap.
We do not have NDI feeds from our remotes tonight. That's a upcoming enhancement. Let's go to offside in the remote league. What do you think, Tom? What's going on?
Still love it.
The Ligier specifically.
Yeah, still love Ligier. It's fantastic. I would love to keep doing wet races. Those are fun.
Wet races,
It's so
you said.
stressful.
Glutton for punishment.
Slackware, what do you think?
I am team Porsche. I was in the Porsche for that race. I had a lot of fun in that race. But I know my vote doesn't count because I live in America.
Well, none of the votes count because in theory the decision has already been made. But if everybody just touched the face of God and decided to go back down the staircase and back into the house, then we can reconsider. The final decision is still between the Ligier and the Cup car. So I think I will turn it over to the drivers then tonight. What would you like your final session of the night to be? And I will go whip one up.
I'll do the Cup car.
Any
final
track
sesh.
from
Yeah, can
You wanna go-
we vote for Cup car? Does that seem reasonable?
Dirt trucks.
Mount Panorama.
Yeah. We should do Lebanon in the Cup cars and watch everybody cry.
Gosh.
You want to do that? I can wire that up. It'll take me about 2 minutes to wire that up.
Do folks like? Do we want to do something more traditional like Laguna? I feel like
I
we all
love
know
Laguna.
Laguna pretty well.
And I know
So
it
yeah,
makes
let's-
me
yeah.
crazy.
Weather tech on the cups or weather tech on the Ligiers?
No panorama?
No. From the booth.
Yeah, let's do the Cup cars. The Cup cars seem to be popular, so let's do the Cup cars on WeatherTech and see how the crew feels.
All right, let me wire that up real quick. Potato Lobster, could I ask you to duck out of your pod?
Exit stage left.
Thank you.
Stand up for a second.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Everybody okay? Anybody need to see a doctor? Holy crap!
I need some water.
Probably a little moist too.
Getting rid of the Ligier, getting rid of the GT4. You said WeatherTech,
I just got to say I blasted
WeatherTech,
y'all's hot
yep.
laps on that race.
Laguna, AKA Mazda, AKA Didn't someone else buy it again?
It was just acquired by Porsche, wasn't it? Or like the branding was acquired by Porsche?
Yeah, I think the naming rights are Porsche's now. So you should drive the Porsche at the Porsche Speedway.
Porsche on Porsche. Just like how we enter turn 1.
All right, it's coming up.
Wee.
Pardon. You're looking for the facilities? No, gotcha.
Yeah, expandex.
Like not a
LOL.
cotton t-shirt.
As we wait for iRacing to spin up another instance in AWS to host our ridiculousness, we will go ahead and... No, it doesn't look like it is showing up yet. Just let that sit right there for the moment. We try to be fun people. You know, it's an interesting story. Most of the people know each other here from Moto, of all things. Apparently they all like riding bikes around the track.
Great way to spend your time. Great shirt. Good shirt. Standing up is good. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What an experience that last one. That was, boy, just how to.
It's we're gonna let him have the Porsche. I think that's the right thing to do. We'll let him have the Porsche. As much as I would love the Ligier to be the season 4 car.
I was like, I bet I'm
We'll
safe
put it in
over
the cold
here in this
open.
corner, and then just like.
And then, like, I was dazzled by the purple paint job, you know. That tire corner, that tire corner was a water sheet. Yeah. Like anywhere in there.
You had brakes so early.
And like in the touring cars, when we were
Yeah, I was dropping way down in the second, way before it, and then like in first coming out.
like my brain is still patterned for like that last race of last
You
season.
could just
Where you like lay far left, hammer the brakes, just stay on until the car comes to a stop and then make a right turn.
That was fun doing
All right,
that track in a totally different car.
Yes.
It was way more fun in the Audi.
Yeah.
Obviously, we always have these pre-constructed on actual operational nights.
Raceway, I don't
Also, you should
remember.
definitely pull the double shortcut that I did from race 3. One voluntary and one involuntary.
You know,
pretty
one
good
of the
yeet.
reasons that I say that the greatest multiplayer racing game ever created is Grand Theft Auto 5 is because we could just go do that. Be like, wow, this track is amazing. Hold on, let me put a ramp here. Okay, let's try it again. Massively underrated multiplayer racing title if you can tolerate arcadey physics.
Wait, did I?
Now we're in the fog.
The fog doesn't matter. You all know weather tech by heart.
Why would anybody need to see where they're going?
Is there a track more included in video games in the history of video games? I would argue that there is not. And yet here we are exiting the pit in the sand.
It's
Sir.
fine.
Oh, not blue line across. You're fine. No penalty. There you go. It's like you planned it. Need a hand there, amigo? They are quick detachable for safety, but I'm not sure whose safety, so.
It's like I'm back down to 5 Newton meters over here.
Yeah, after driving that thing. Also, the pit limiter just sounds like an act of hostility on every part of the car itself.
This pod no longer has the pit limiter mapped, I think.
Remember, they all got firmware updated this morning, which means that a whole bunch of stuff that should be mapped is not.
There's a big little donut under there.
You okay there, buddy?
We're great.
You need insurance?
Probably.
Would you like to sue the racetrack?
Well, if that's going to be Porsche, I mean,
Ollie, huh? Okay.
that's how fortunes are
This
made,
just
man.
feels like a touring car now.
You gonna sue WeatherTech? Actually, I'm pretty sure WeatherTech made a fortune on floor mats, so...
I like the way somebody just coated the entire uphill section of the track with debris.
Oh, that's a tidy entry in the corkscrew. It's very nice. Conan, have you done this before?
Maybe. Once or twice.
It's a dev night, so we are, of course, an infinite qualifier. When I decide I am bored of the qualifier, we advance into the race. Another disadvantage of the dev night format is we don't do any of the other fun challenges that we do on a week-to-week basis. But don't worry, those are coming back. In fact, there's a rumor that the show organizers are even trying to find a way to put the remotes into those. Always feels so weird referring to myself in the third person. Our drivers are back in the 911 GT3 Cup car, which is the car that Porsche produces for entry-level single-make races for people that can afford a GT3. Some people have referred to this as a dentist cup. I personally don't know any dentists that drive Porsches, but... Ooh, that looked violent. You okay, buddy?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Other than a neatly tunable suspension and other internals and weight reduction, the 911 GT3 Cup is very similar to the current make GT3, plus about 500 reds on the tack and another 50 horsepower, giving it approximately 545 or somewhere in that neighborhood. A lot less drama out here on the dry at Laguna. Kona with some healthy braking before the hairpin. My personal least favorite turn on this track. And having already turned in an actual qualifying lap time of 1:29.11. Potato Lobster, the only other lap time currently out there at 1:34. Offside and Pod 2, that's Gorilla, are currently trying to turn in their first. Ideally, we'd like everybody to have a clean lap before we kick this thing forward.
Okay, don't hit that curb near.
Potato Lobster passing opposite traffic.
Yeah, that's a bad curve.
Reds were bad.
A highly aggressive line through the
Pot
corkscrew.
two, very close to them. Just driving blind.
Although I do believe a race was famously won on that exact same line, so who are we to judge?
Who did I just pass into the corkscrew?
I do not know the line through there. Sorry, that's my bad.
You're fine. I was just like, oh, you're over. Oh, okay. I guess I'm passing.
First you turn left, and then you turn right. Potato Lobster getting all of that apex coming into the back straight.
All right, I cannot make turn 11 or whatever that is. Turn 2.
They're pretty close to each other in terms of numbers.
1 plus 1 is 2.
Everybody's coming together.
Yeah, we've got a 4-pack, a 5-pack here coming up through the front half. We're going to keep watching here from Potato Lobster's position because this is apparently where all the drama is. I didn't put the spectator cam back in. You know that old saying about goldfish? About how, like, they start small, but they grow to fit their environment. You put them in bigger and bigger tanks, they get bigger and bigger. I feel like the show production here is like that. The more capacity we get up front to do more stuff, the more crap we add, and you only really notice that when one of the showrunners is on vacation. Excellent Ryan through the corkscrew there. That would be Gorilla following the advice of hands off, brakes on when you lose control. Gorilla, I believe, running a 15 Newton meter wheel at the moment, which in the Cup is an awful lot of wheel force. All of these chairs very sweaty at the moment. I am seeing 3 valid qualifiers. Tom, have you not had a qualifying lap because you're busy or because you're having a moment? You might not even be here.
I had a moment. I shouldn't have one in a moment, maybe.
Excellent. Try to let everybody have a clean one.
You can just grid him in the back and say it's a reverse grid to not hurt his feelings.
Looks like our lap leader here, or rather our pole, is going to be Conan at a 1:28.
Oh, tragedy.
And as is tradition, upon saying his name, he wipes
I was
out.
on a
That seems like a good time to
1:27.
advance the session.
Let
Forgot
Tom
to
get
carry
his
the
lap.
Oop, oop.
Nope, I'm still not gonna have one.
Notably, none of the pods are allowed to have I ratings or licenses, and so everybody here is a rookie. Just a artifact of how commercial licensing with iRacing works. Conan in hot pursuit of Pod 1, Potato Lobster. Potato Lobster choosing a non-optimal line through the hairpin.
Commentator's curse.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna blame it on.
There we go. We fixed spectator cam.
Oh boy.
And everybody's been called home to Jesus because it's time to grid up and race.
It's cool. It's cool. Everything's fine. We just saved you $5 off both of our sets of actuators.
The final session for the evening, the 4th development race. We're just doing this one to lock in the decision, but I think after this we're going to know where we stand. We've got a full spectator cam here. I guess that doesn't come through on the mobiles. I guess it's kind of represented in the lower screens there.
And now, is it rolling? Oh, it is 1 to green.
There
Holy
we
shit.
go. We want to watch from right here.
Conan, you never told me that. I'm not fighting for the
fun.
podium.
Fighting to stay on the damn track.
Hey, you know what? I kept
have
this on
no
rolling
idea what
start.
kind of time I can get. This will be interesting.
That can't possibly go wrong.
Laguna's such a shitty start for fucking, or shitty track for. Well, I guess we don't have. enough
Just
people
don't
to
eat it in the
stretch
hairpin
the
and you
last
should be
corner.
fine.
We're also like, we still have like the mysterious bonus driver who the game totally believes exists but doesn't actually.
That's
exist.
usually Tom. He's doing something else.
Tom, are you gridded?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Tom's gridded. The full stack is there. We're definitely there.
You count all the correct
Your
number of humans.
promos look dope, Conan, from the lookers left.
Do they?
They do.
Oh shit, yeah they do. Look at that.
It's dope as hell.
Like all 6 cars are gridded. We only have 6.
Must be something
Who's it waiting for? Waiting for the spectator.
Christian
grid.
Debler.
Oh, it's counting down. So we got 14, 13,
Oh, you know what? That's
12,
exactly.
Oh, 11.
10, 9, 8.
Waiting for the
I
mystery.
know. I'm reading Oliver's notes here. There's a way to put it in so it doesn't do that.
Like, what if the spectator wants?
It's exactly what it is. It was giving the spectator 30 seconds to make a choice.
You're,
Just
thanks for
mute.
that.
Who just launched early?
Pretty sure they penalize you for
I
that.
think I'm gonna get a fucking black flag now.
I think that we can clear a black flag because we clearly got no advantage.
I can clear the black flag.
Yes, we'll sort it out if it happens. But I don't think you actually get one.
No, I haven't gotten one yet, at least.
Okay, I think it doesn't count like botch starts on warm-up laps or on lead follow laps.
Tonight we race world famous for not being able to complete a rolling start without someone eating a penalty.
It looked like you were going just like straight for the apex.
The only thing you have to do is not pass the touring edition. That's all you have to do. And maybe wiggle for the camera a
Are we
little.
warming up tires? That's what we're doing.
Apparently the way to warm up tires is to just ride the brakes and gas at the same time. I'm gonna throw rocks at my friends.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
The adulation you deserve. More rocks.
I like how no one wiggles and then someone at the front wiggles and then everyone else is like, oh yeah, I should wiggle. That looks like racing. I'm warming up the tires.
Also, I love the way the touring car is just like, oh, let's go. We're leaving the corkscrew full throttle for the only time in this car's life.
I was going to make fun of a touring having a roll cage in it, but I guess they actually make one of those
That's what the
now.
driver's doing.
Oh, now the touring car is throwing rocks.
There's a stealth down RS now. Whoa, Jesus.
There he goes.
Don't pass the pace car because it will penalize you. Also, Potato Lobster, you're about to get black flagged for being in front of me.
Off they go. Let's see if the lobster gets his black flag.
Yeah, you're fine. Did we get away clean?
It looks like you got away clean. Well, let's see how turn one goes. Clean through the hairpin. Look at that.
Michael.
Bonjour.
Following from Gorilla's position, which seems to have all the... Oh, dear. Oh, whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, the tires are
Positively yeeted that front bumper across the track.
He says as he swerves in front, making me lift.
Yes.
I didn't swerve in front of you.
He totally did. I was hammering it out of that turn. You just go. Whoop,
Conan
right
and
in front of
Tom
me.
going tight into the chicane here. Tom moving inside for the corkscrew. He is going to take that position. Oh my God! Why were there 3 cars there?
My tires are cold.
What just happened?
Sorry.
No, it's all. Look, everything worked out exactly. as it
Someone
should.
just saved your position, Conan. Holy shit!
Look, we're finishing our standing lap, and then we're gonna go race. It's great. Who left all this
Seem to have
gravel on the
lost
trap?
All of the.
Oh my God! If
pedals
you see the
back,
tessellation on the gravel,
locked.
it was the same
A
gravel.
likely story.
Well, now we're going to have to watch. Oh, it looks like we lost Potato Lobster back there in Conan's rear view. We're up here because I can't pull a cockpit directly up on Tom in the current setup. Suppose I could go over there and engineer one. Oh, I could do this. We're really going to have to think about the vertical compositing for this season. I'm not sold we want to do it. It looks good, but adds a lot of complexity. We'll see. Very nice, very nice. Conan coming through into the corkscrew. Left over the gravel. Tom hot on his heels, about a quarter second behind. Nice and smooth through the follow through there. This point right here actually famous for Conan and Goals overtaking. Goals, of course, chose not to drive last season and
A lot
co-hosted.
of sideways.
Sure was.
I lost less time than I expected, but
Tom keeping a respectful distance in Conan's rear view through the hairpin. Did not accelerate out of there quite as fast as Conan, but Conan eats the sausage on the corner.
I believe the words you used for eating that sausage are nom nom nom.
Tom backing off to a respectful distance. Excellent through 6, prepping for the corkscrew. Slackware also right on Tom's heels. We've got a very interesting 1-2-3 up here. This, of course, being the car that Slackware refers to as his daily driver. Nice and tidy through 11 and onto the back straight. Looks like about an even half-second spread between 1, 2, and 3 here. Conan turning in a 1:27.4, which is the fastest lap of the session so far. Zooming back out.
Nice. 27. Oh, the gravel. Oh, save it.
I appreciate your sacrifice to compliment me.
Oh no, disaster. But recoverable.
Turn 2 strikes again.
Gorilla having a little bit of difficulty getting back out on the track safely.
Oh no, 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 no.
But he's in motion. Uh-oh. Oh no! So that's going to be Conan and Duffy trading car parts here, and I can tell you for a fact that on the civilian version of that car, that was a $6,000 bumper that just fell off. That's going to put Tom out front.
I ate the curb that you wanted me to not eat. It was not tasty. I did not enjoy it.
Nom nom nom.
Yeah, sorry about
More
that.
like-
Sucks.
More like nom nom nom.
We were in a good little battle.
It's going to put Tom about a second and a half ahead here, maybe 2 seconds.
Mostly feel for my car. Just got caught up at the scene of my accident.
Let's call that 4 seconds.
I mean, you can both just check up about 10 seconds. Come back to fight.
Conan, of course, having already demonstrated that he has the pace to catch up. We will check back in with him when he is closer to the task at hand. Gorilla now hot on the hunt for Potato Lobster. Potato Lobster making his hairpin there up ahead.
I really not care for this car all that much.
Nice and tidy through the hairpin.
It's a fun car. I like it.
I like it, but like it seems like once the tires go off, just like for no real reason. You just get like a little like I don't wanna as it goes through a corner and then the car's backwards.
Your car's getting better.
An unfortunate turn of
Nobody
events for
wants it.
Gorilla.
Tell me I-
While we were focused over there, I believe that Conan took another spill, and so I believe he is out of contention with Tom at this point. Let's go see if we can find ourselves the fight. Oh, we might not have one at the moment. Is that... yes, on Conan's heels. There we go. We have Slackware right behind him trying to pick up that third place.
No, I go greedy.
Seems like everyone's had a minor disaster here.
Let's do that like a few more times.
Tom also having... Oh, no! Slackware losing it in the middle of that corner. Oh.
Have you tried being better? Is that
Turn 5, not traditionally a slayer of men here.
I'm man enough to admit that I do that. It's not the car's fault.
Duffy wading through what is now the Zen Garden at the final turn there.
It's the best compliment you've ever given me.
the poor American that doesn't blame his hardware?
I would be faster, but this car is a Terra.
And for the first time this evening, that is going to put everybody in their own sector of the track with no drama.
Okay, Tom, just do one spin for me. One real good spin.
Conan, on the other hand, skilled at making his own drama. Nice and tidy through the hairpin. Avoiding the sausage on turn 3.
Let me blast your hot lap first.
You already blasted my hot lap.
He's got 13 seconds to make up on Tom, and he's got 5 minutes to do it.
Oh, did you? Yeah. Yes, you did.
It is turn 5 that is the problem.
Distant second is where we usually see Conan start putting down ridiculous lap times, starting wide outside before cutting in there on the corkscrew. Carrying about 90 miles an hour down through there.
Is Kyle pod 1?
I am, yeah. I am, yeah.
Hey, friendo.
Hello.
4 minutes on the clock in the 4th development night race tonight. We thank everybody for coming out and playing around with us. We are just here to make some decisions about what we want the 4th season of Tonight We Race to look like. And though it is not a democracy, it definitely seems like the consensus of both fun to drive and challenging, and also not afraid of the wet like a cat, is the 911 Cup car. The one thing that we had on the list for doing and did not take a crack at is one of the pair of the stock car Brazil, which you may recall from a Saturday night back in Season 1 we did a night race at Interlagos with, and I'm pretty sure that everybody involved with that evening said absolutely never, never again. But the reality is everyone here is a substantially better driver than they were 6 months ago, and so you never know. We're not going to do that part on camera. Personally, if it were up to me, it would be Formula with damage on.
Yeah.
But not everybody is into
Nice
my
enough, buddy.
particular debilitating
Thanks.
sickness. For pictures of that debilitating sickness, I recommend back episodes of Season 2, which was the Super Formula 23 season, which humbled every single human
Man,
on the
it's
show.
so easy to just lose this thing, and just once it starts to go, there's no bringing it back.
Yeah, that's the thing that feels rough about it, but I'm enjoying it.
Like it's really pleasant to drive. Like it's not violent and aggressive,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I don't know. That also like feels boring.
Potato Lobster turning in a 132. His
Like being
personal
like,
best.
oh no, I gave it 3% more throttle and it went around and there was no saving it and I just got to be a passenger isn't my favorite.
Sounds like you need to get
And
better.
I felt that way about the Liger.
Like the Liger, you can recover it because there's so much downforce. This thing is just like, oh, sorry, that was a mid downforce corner and like, I'm just not gonna let you complete it. Decided that today isn't your day. Try again tomorrow.
Yeah, I like having to manage the downforce functions just seems like more than I should have to worry about.
Everything just works better the faster you go. Problem solved.
And then they puts us on go-kart tracks and it doesn't work.
Checking in on Gorilla, who is
Maybe I
reeling
just
the
have
Potato
SF
Lobster
on it.
in.
I think maybe, yeah. I don't know. The SF was fucking brutal though, because it had so much horsepower.
Aggressive on the inside of the
I love
entry to
that
the
car.
corkscrew,
It's
and
so
that
much
is going
fun.
to. Well, I'd say that was going to fuck everybody, but actually it just fucked him. It's a very localized fucking, well contained. "45 seconds left in this final race of the
But it was an
evening.
unforgiving beast.
27 seconds separating Conan and offside/Knox/Tom.
Oh,
And we're about 3 seconds away from blaming the
not
car.
like that.
Good spin move, though.
Okay, I've figured out what I don't like about this car. When it comes around on you, there's no like, oh, and then I'll switch to modulating the gas to, control the slide and keep drive out of the corner. It's just like, no, just let it come back in line and then return to the throttle. And that's,
Yeah, that's a good point.
like, once it starts sliding on, wow, holy shit, Tom, that's fast. Once it starts sliding, it's like you have to let it recover from the slide, wait, and then pick it up again. And there's no like, all right, I'm modulating to drifty boy mode.
That was definitely my feedback for the earlier development sessions this week. Is it had a very distinct set of stages. You were in the braking, did I fuck it up or not stage, then the cornering, did I fuck it up or not stage, then the exit, did I fuck it up or not stage.
Nope, no catching them. They're gone.
Yeah, it's like the moment it starts to slide, you have to let it regain traction or it's spinning on you, basically.
Yep.
Are you like lifting or?
I don't think that's a reason not to drive it, but it was definitely my most negative feedback from the
So
experience.
like, if I, coming into turn 4, if I get it, oh, that's long ago. If I get it a little bit of aggressive on the brakes, or sorry, turn 5, like I'm turning in that long left-hander, I've tucked it in on the brakes, and the car is oversteering slightly. I then have to wait for the car to stop oversteering before I can go to the brakes, or it will just spin 100% of the time. There's no like transition from a little bit sideways on entrance to a little bit sideways on exit. It's like, nope, get it back in line, let the tires hook up, and then you can apply the gas. And I'm just like, I don't know, it just makes it like a little more boring because it dictates what's going to there's no ability to be like, oh, I screwed that up, I will fix it with careful application of the throttle, or I can like make the least of it. You're like, nope, you screwed up, now you have to stop, go serve your penance, and then you can come back and start racing again.
It's a last lap for, I believe, the majority, if not all of our drivers. That is correct.
Like, I wouldn't be upset about racing it. It's a fun car to drive. It's just like I don't like cars where after a certain thing happens, you're a passenger, even if it doesn't mean a crash.
That's my one. That was my one thought about it for like the mid-pack newer drivers that don't practice as much. Like for me, I'm having a great time figuring out the braking. It's not too much.
And that's going to be the end of Potato Lobster session. He is coming across the line.
See ya.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah, it just doesn't.
No drama at the end.
Any kind of.
Here's some drama at the end. The 911
But
Cup
it is
biting
smooth.
one more person before the end of the evening.
With your brakes.
Jason, was that you going to the wall there?
Maybe. Going for a pass, got greedy.
Duffy about to do his back straight hairpin. Locks the wheels up. That's
Yep,
the purple
got greedy
flashing
indeed.
lights.
Wait, who is?
Takes a quick walk through the Zen garden before lining up the finish.
The cars look sick as hell, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
And that's going to bring us to
real
the
fun
end
paint
of
job.
Dev Night number 1 in the
Is this
interseasonal
the same
section
Jason
of
from
Tonight We
Shitposters or a
Race.
different Jason?
We are, of course,
Same Jason.
not
Shitposters.
committed to doing any more of this. I think we've made all the
it's very
decisions we
same.
need to make. But let's have a quick
Okay.
chat with the drivers
How you doing, buddy?
and see how they felt about their follow-up race number 4.
It's been so long.
Potato Lobster, what do you think?
I loved it. I thought that was fantastic. I think it punishes mistakes, but like I also love that. I don't know. Maybe I'm a glutton for punishment.
So if you had a say, which you don't, and if it was the Porsche, which it won't be, you'd be happy.
Yes,
Gotcha.
but I love both cars.
I think they both offer a ton of different features. Gorilla, you've had all of the different things now. What do you think?
I'm torn. I'm really torn. I think the 320. I'm leaning back towards that. I like the Porsche, but I don't know. I could be happy in either.
If I said that letting each track's meteorology derive what the weather is going to be for the race, and I said like the weather is what the weather is for any given race, would that change your decision?
Oh man.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know. Do we get like a life vest with we go to New Hampshire? I don't
Chew
know.
up that.
I feel like New Hampshire, you need scuba gear or something. No, I think no, I wouldn't change it.
Duffy, what do you think?
I would say, being the novice that I am, both of these are going to teach me a ton. So it's kind of hard for me to say.
And Conan, you've got the final word here.
I think that the Porsche is less entertaining to drive close to other people because it's an amazing car for doing like solo laps, like hot lapping, like just like the feel of like building up to a hot lap. Amazing. What's going to suck terribly is the moment where somebody makes a mistake, the car loses grip, you can't control it after it's lost grip. All you have to do is let it come back and it collects somebody and shoves them off the track. And that's going to be really crappy. So like I lean towards the P320 as a result of that.
Well, if you've got follow-up opinions, everyone, throw them in the Discord because we are past our bedtime. Going to go ahead and punch the outro button here for our Dev Night number 1 of Tonight We Race. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for watching. Of course, place your opinions in the Discord, and we are going to probably do one more Dev Night before we announce the beginning of Season 4, and the sign-up rosters go out for both our local and remote drivers. Remember, Tonight We Race is a community activity. We develop, we drive, and of course, shit talk as a community. We'd love to have you in that community, and so please join the Discord and let us know what you think. And I'm going to hit the button. My apologies, vertically oriented people. There is no outro programming tonight, so I'm just going to terminate your stream.